Coming up on Basin Life, we all could do a little something each day to bring more smiles to our faces. Our guest will share some tips on cultivating happiness through the itty bitty book of great big joy. So much fun. Now, can you guess which singer-songwriter has a museum in West Texas? You got it. Oh, pretty woman, if you guessed Roy Orbison, see what I did there? We will take you inside the museum in his hometown of Wink. And Randy Ham is mixing up the perfect summer cocktail and talking arts. Plus, you don't want to miss this week's kids story talking about U.S. history on this 4th of July. I'm Krista Escamilla, and this is Basin Life. I'm so excited to be sitting here with the Brandy Bell in her teeny little farm. Am I getting it right, teeny little farm? I love spending any time with you. Thank you so much for being with us
We were just
today.
talking about how we missed each other.
We just saw each other 3 days ago.
Yeah, I know.
But we miss each other. And I just want to say thank you for sharing with us. Last time you were on our show, we talked about your first book that is out, Destined for More.
Yeah.
Your second book is a little bit different. It's a focus book, right?
It's totally different. Yes.
What is a focus book?
So a focus book is pretty much what it sounds like. It's focusing your attention on something that you want to cultivate, like a character trait or an attribute. This one is joy. The next one is neighboring. And so it's daily intention to do something or create a habit to make your life better.
I love that. And this is different than a devotional. I'll have you explain in just a second. But first, I know everyone has gone through something in their life, right?
Yeah.
And at those points you think, can I ever have joy?
Yeah.
Can I ever have true joy? And what is your answer to that?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Joy is a very, very tough decision that we have to choose every single day.
Could not agree more. It's kind of like bathing. You have to do it daily.
Absolutely. It's a habit. We have to exercise our joy muscles and get strong.
And you wrote this book, and I love the name again. You're so good. She's a creative.
Well,
and when you go to her website, the first thing it says is, I am a creative. And you are. How did you come up with the name of this book?
Because I didn't want them to be anything that was intimidating for people. So my first concept was I just want them to be small. I want them to be baby steps. So sometimes we get these workbooks and they're work books. That's why this is not a workbook.
No.
It's a fun book. It's a focus book. So it's just small, the itty bitty book of great big joy, great big neighboring, great big generosity. Like there's a whole series coming out.
So there's 4 sections of the book. Let's go through.
Yeah, okay. So there are 20 sections, 4 categories.
4 categories.
So as you work through each one, you know, the first one is something to think about. And so like with a devotional is usually just reading someone's insight on something. Like every day you're going to read their opinion on it or their insight. What I'm hoping to do with focus books is help you develop your own insight, you know, versus a devotional tells someone else's story. When you're done with this, you're telling your story.
I love that.
Like that's what this is about. So the first category is something to think about, and it's just me challenging you to think about. And you see how small they are. That's why it's the itty bitty book. Maybe 5 minutes. The second one, these are so fun, is something to try. So there's 20 of these. They're different activities, and you and I are going to pick one to do.
Okay.
So they're activities to cultivate joy. The third one is something to believe, and it's a scripture.
I love that.
But if you are not necessarily my faith-based, then you can do any type of spiritual study through this. So you can choose your own.
Okay.
And then the fourth one is something to give, and these are fun because they force you in some ways to give out joy. And so there is a little perforated line for those of you rule followers who are like, I can't take a page out of a book. Yes, you can.
Yes, you can. Get the scissors.
It's meant to be. So they're different. So like the first one is 5 reasons you bring me joy. And so you think of someone that you want to give this to. And then I made the back pretty. So when you tear it out, you just fold it in half and then you give this to someone.
I love
and
it.
then, so they're called hello notes. Some of them, so I'm going to read you one. That is your personality. Some of them are the world needs more people like you cards. And so this one would be what I would call the Krista card. And so there's different attributes of people. And so
I can't wait to see what it is.
the animal is just a fun animal. So I'm not calling you a donkey.
I relate to the donkey.
But I'm a donkey.
Be honest, I can be a donkey.
So this one says, the world needs more people like you. The fun ones, the shiny ones, the loud ones, the ones whose laugh is instantly recognizable, the people who walk into a room and spread joy with their very presence and leave sunshine and confetti wherever they go. I'm so glad the world has more people like you.
Oh.
And this is like, there's 10 of them.
Thank you, because I feel that way about you. I feel like you are the donkey.
Well, I am the donkey. I was the donkey in the Christmas play, by the way. That's segue. So there are these in here also. But
I love that.
I haven't been able to do because when I retired from design took my whole world.
Yes.
I didn't get to do
and
very
you're
much.
amazing at it. I mean, just look, she designed this and
you're sweet.
The whole
But
farm.
I'm retired now. So I get to do watercolor art again. And so the whole book has my watercolor art. And this is one of those things where someone said, you do what you love if you would do it for free.
Yes.
And so I would do this for free. So I got to do my watercolor art. So that's fun. But the best part is I've already gotten responses where people are like, hey, this is stretching me. It's growing me. Like, I'm doing it.
Brandy, I just love you. I feel like you are my joy sister. I mean, I really do. I feel like
I'm the drill sergeant joy sister, and you're the fluffy joy sister.
I'll take it. I'll be in any sisterhood with you. But what is your goal? What do you want people, when they go through this book? I know you've already had stories of people say, hey, this bonded a relationship with my mother-in-law and I, or my sister and I, or my neighbor we haven't talked to for years. What is your goal?
Joy changes the world. When we have joy, we're able to love people better. We're able to change ourselves. We're able to change others. And I just want to bring hope. It's a hard world we live in.
It is, and you're not alone. Everybody goes through that, and I think this book is helping bridge that for people to go, hey, I can find joy no matter what I'm going through.
Yeah,
I can do it.
Anybody can find joy.
I love it. How can people find the book?
Amazon.com, or you can go to my website for a link, but you can just go to Amazon also.
Brandy, I wish we had another hour because I just really want to just sit and talk to you, but we're out of time. So please follow Brandy. She's amazing. Sobel & Co. She has workshops. She has a giving heart for women that are business owners and are doing the hard work day in and day out. Moms. She has the biggest heart in the world, and she wants all your dreams to come true just like I do.
Yeah.
So let's do it together. Joy Sister.
Joy Sister.
Go check out the book now. Here's a great quote to live by. Roy Orbison described life in Wink, Texas as football, oil fields, oil, grease, and sand. In today's Heart of the Basin, we take you to the museum where you can actually try on a pair of Roy Orbison's glasses. Take a look.
Hi, my name is Barbara. I'm one of the volunteers at the Roy Orbison Museum in Wink, Texas. It's just so wonderful meeting people from not only all over the country, but all over the world. It's amazing that people come here from Australia, New Zealand, England, Germany, the Netherlands, just to visit this town where Roy grew up. Most people who come to the museum are diehard fans. Anybody that's familiar with Wink, we're not on the beaten track. You have to be coming to Wink to make it here. Roy was born in Vernon, Texas. They say he came to Wink during the war years, but I don't know, was that 41, 42? The earliest picture we have of him is in a yearbook from 1949. He did form his first band here when he was a senior in high school, and they were called the Wink Westerners, and they all went to school with him. Two other boys were seniors like he was. One was a junior and one was actually a sophomore. If Roy were still alive, he would be celebrating his 85th birthday next month. So there aren't a lot of people still left here who would remember him. A lot of people don't realize that Roy was in a movie. It came out in 1967. It was called The Fastest Guitar Alive, not to be confused with another famous movie, The Fastest Gun Alive. He also did the music for the movie, and that was about the time he started recording with MGM. There's some interesting stories. He and Johnny Cash became very good friends. In fact, they were neighbors in Tennessee. And he got Sam Phillips' number from Johnny and called Sam Phillips and said, Johnny Cash suggested I call you. And Sam Phillips was irate. He said, Johnny Cash does not run this studio, I do, and hung up on him. We have pictures of him with the Beatles. Apparently he opened for them until the Beatles decided that people wanted to hear Roy so much, they didn't want to hear the Beatles. I mean, can you imagine? But apparently they remained good friends because, as I said, we have several pictures here of Roy and the Beatles. And so they apparently remained friends. And then, of course, he and George Harrison were with the Traveling Wilburys. And that was another thing. I always thought it was so sad. Roy had several different, he was very popular, then he nobody heard about him, and then he was making a comeback with the Traveling Wilburys when he had his fatal heart attack. Had a couple of summers ago, had a man come in from Andrews, and he said he was a disc jockey during Vietnam, over in Vietnam. And he had his mother pack up a bunch of records and send over to him. And he said the most requested was Roy Orbison. One of our most prized possessions, we actually have a pair of his glasses. We keep them wrapped up, and somebody asked me, why do we not have them on display? And I said, to me it's really exciting to bring them out and say, this is a pair of his actual glasses. These were donated by Barbara and his sons after he died, in fact in 1991. I think it's very important to volunteer here and keep Roy's memory alive. It makes me very sad that a lot of people, even people who live in Wink, don't know how famous he was, how kind he was, how talented he was. He must have been an amazing person. And I just think it's important to keep his memory alive. I really think he put Wink on the map.
Oh, if you haven't been, you need to put that one on your bucket list. Keep those stories coming in for Heart of the Basin. We just love sharing them. All you have to do is email us at basinlife@basinpbs.org. Well, cocktails and arts go hand in hand in hand, especially when Randy Ham is joining us. Coming up next, we'll take you to the beautiful White Buffalo Bar in downtown Odessa. But first, here's another great quote to live by.
This month in Passport on the PBS video app, your on-demand library for the best of PBS.
This is the point where you reveal I'm not even human.
Wow! Oh my goodness!
Mentally, we're extremely fit. We have this incredible ability to adapt and persevere.
What Ballet Trocadero has done over the years is turned ballet kind of on its head.
These and other shows from your PBS station are available with Passport on the PBS video app. Download it today.
Join Basin PBS and Centennial Park for Movies in the Park. Every first and third Thursday in June and July at Centennial Park. Family movies begin at dusk. Sponsored in part by HEB and Lone Star Abstract and Title.
On Masterpiece Mystery.
Police released details of a discovery made in East London.
Why would someone keep a body for 30 years? I'm just gonna do the job, not get too involved.
All of them were newly qualified coppers.
Am I a suspect here? This changes everything.
Oh, God.
I have to see this case through now.
Unforgotten on Masterpiece Mystery.
An iconic photograph is indelible. It always stays with you. Music photography is like the music itself. It's part of our cultural heritage. It's part of our shared identity as a people.
These photographs are the most important visual document of these musical artists.
I feel like I'm documenting musical history.
What I do is a form of music. It's just music for the eyes.
Best job in the world.
I'm a rock fan. I want to see that picture and I want to hear it. I want to feel it.
Cover of Rolling Stone meant you were something.
I don't think I'm shooting a picture. No, I'm drawing with light.
It's always going to be about music, artistry, and energy.
It's more than just a photograph, it's a work of art.
We are back at the White Buffalo Bar for our special Your Best Life on this 4th of July. And we're so happy to have Randy Ham with us from the Odessa Arts Council. Thanks, Randy.
Thank you so much for having me on again.
This has been so much fun actually being here at the Marriott Hotel in downtown Odessa for our segments. And I just feel like we're in a cocktail wonderland. That's the best way to explain it.
It is. This is Disneyland for adults.
Yes. So what did you find for us today?
Well, it is 4th of July weekend, and so I wanted to do something that I thought was quintessentially American. And what's more American than a good old-fashioned lemonade at a barbecue? But again, we're at adult Disneyland, so we want to give it a little bit of a punch. And so we are making a raspberry lemonade.
Ooh, that sounds lovely.
Now, I just want to caution you that almost everything in here is alcoholic, so you want to take this in moderation.
Okay, I appreciate the warning because I do plan on tasting this.
Yeah, this is fantastic, and although it is American, we're going to start with an Italian liqueur, which is limoncello, one of my favorites. And you just do, again, we want to make this simple for your party goers. 2 fingers of limoncello, and then you get just a little bit of raspberry schnapps, about the same thing, 2 fingers. Again, this is going to pack a kick, so you want to sip on this. Okay. And then you top it off with something fizzy like a ginger ale or a 7-Up or something like that.
I thought that was a shot of alcohol. That is ginger ale.
That is actually ginger ale, so that's
good to know.
Non-alcoholic.
Because if you put in something a little stronger, there'll be even more punch in the punch.
But it's really that simple. So here you go. This is a raspberry lemonade, and the looks are deceiving.
Yes.
It's actually very citrusy.
By looking at it, I'm thinking a watered down Dr. Pepper.
Right.
But yeah, no, much more kick.
Much more kick. I would sip on that and eat a lot of hot dogs.
Okay, sounds good. I love that. We have a lot to talk about. Let's go talk arts, Randy, because I just love spending time with you. And let's try this cocktail over there.
All right, let's do it.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Cheers.
Cheers.
Yes. Oh, that's good, Randy. That is so good. It almost, do you remember the Icy Pops as a kid?
Right, yes.
It tastes like an Icy Pop.
That's what that is.
Yes, Icy Pop for adults.
For adults.
Yes. What's going on this summer for the Odessa Arts Council?
Well, we're about halfway through Hot Summer Nights, and this year we moved it into the newly renovated Ector Theater, which has been fantastic. The crowds have been great, and of course, there's air conditioning.
Which, for those of you who are new to West Texas, you're going to want the air conditioning.
You're going to want it, yes. We normally do it at Knoll Plaza, and it's at 108 degrees at 8 o'clock. So the musicians are very happy to be performing on a stage with the great lights and the sound and everything. And everyone at the Ector has been wonderful. And we get to close out this year with Mariachi Armonio, which is one of my favorite bands. They play almost every year, and especially for them, they come in that full mariachi regalia, and they do it in the heat normally. It's 108 degrees, and they're in their mariachi uniforms, so I'm glad to be able to put them in air conditioning and give them a space to put on a fantastic show.
Wonderful. Yeah. And you said it's a ticketed event, but it is still free.
It is. It is absolutely free. Visit odessaarts.org. You can get your tickets, a limit of 4 per person. The theater seats about 800 people, and so we're pretty close to capacity every night. So I would say for sure to get your tickets early. The Hot Summer Nights runs every Friday in June and July. The shows start at 8 p.m. It's a wonderful free event for the entire community.
Will there be anything like this there?
There might be something like this, maybe a little more watered down.
Okay, because this is good.
Yeah, it is. It's fantastic.
Wonderful. And anything you're looking forward to the rest of the summer?
Well, we're about to wind down the summer, but that starts up our new year, and we're about to have our annual meeting, award our cultural tourism grants that promote art and hotel partnerships, just like this is doing right now. And then we have Las Nuevas Tamaleras, which is a Hispanic one-act play coming to the Ector in October, and also David Sedaris will be back on October 28th.
Fantastic. Randy, as always, it's a pleasure sitting here chatting with you, cheersing with you.
Cheers again.
And just celebrating all the wonderful things we have here in West Texas and in downtown Odessa. We want to especially thank the Marriott for allowing us into this wonderful bar and sharing the cocktail recipe and sharing time and, of course, sharing the arts.
Well, thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Here's a great quote to live by. Let's have another toast to the good life.
To the good life.
I love celebrating kids every day, but since it's 4th of July, we thought it would be fun to ask some questions about U.S. history.
You better get ready. Prepare your ears. This is gonna take hours, okay?
Why do we celebrate the 4th of July?
Because I know that I don't know how to, I know why, but I just can't, I don't know how to put it into words.
I kind of forgot. I've learned about this many times.
I know, because Thomas Jefferson died on the 4th of July.
I'm pretty sure for the freedom of Texas.
It's Independence Day.
He was close. It was the freedom of the United States for the first 13 colonies. After America gained independence, after the Revolutionary War, we dedicated the 2nd of July to independence, but the effect actually came in 2 days later, which is the 4th of July.
What is your favorite thing about the 4th of July?
Fireworks.
And hanging out with my family.
Just
well, we can't get any sleep because the neighbors are like, pew, 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 with the fireworks.
Family, definitely.
Where everyone just gets together and wherever people live, they just get together and do parades and fireworks, and it's just a great way to celebrate the holiday.
Fireworks.
Yeah, fireworks are pretty.
I love it when they fire fireworks, especially when it's so close to Britain, because it's saying say that, Britain? I wish.
What is the Declaration of Independence?
I don't know.
I don't know either. I know what it is, I just don't know the whole thing, because my big sister does, because she had to memorize it as a poem.
It was it freed us from England, and it just showed us as our own independent state.
It's just independent. It's just,
I don't know.
I don't know how to explain it. I know what it is, but I don't know how to explain it. Oh, this happens all the time.
The Declaration of Independence was when Thomas Jefferson and a couple other historical figures wrote the Declaration of Independence, which was the declaration that we had independence from Britain. We were no longer colonies in North America, which were owned by Britain. Now we were the 13 colonies. Wait, no, not the 13 colonies. We were the United States of America.
Can you tell me who our first president was?
Abraham Lincoln. No! George Washington?
George Washington.
I know this. Washington. Washington. George Washington.
George Washington.
George Washington.
No, dang it. Abraham Lincoln.
At first I thought it was Donald Trump.
No.
Who is our current president?
Biden.
Joe Biden.
Joe Biden. Biden.
I was about to say Donald
Joe
Trump.
Biden.
I don't remember.
Joe Biden.
I knew that.
I'm going to show you a picture, and I wanted to see if y'all know who this is, and you can tell me, okay?
No, I don't know.
Joe Biden? Wait, no, we already know that. No.
Donald Trump?
No, that's not Donald Trump.
Oh. Trump. It's not Trump.
George W. Bush. Isn't it Bush?
That's George W. Bush. He was.
My mom met him.
Oh, I should know that because we passed where he used to live a lot.
We're only I'm in kindergarten and she's in first grade.
Happy 4th of July.
Happy 4th of July.
Happy 4th of July.
Happy 4th of July.
Oh, so much fun. You never know what kids are going to say. I just love it. And of course, happy birthday, America. Well, if you know someone who deserves to be showcased in our Celebrating Kids segment, just email us, basinlife@basinpbs.org, and we'll show them in a future episode. Well, we hope that you are having fun, enjoying summer, getting to the lake, whatever it is you're doing. But if you do go to the lake, hopefully you're catching us on Basin Passport. That's right, the PBS Passport. We air every Sunday at 1 p.m. right here on Basin PBS, but you can catch us online, Facebook, YouTube channel, or, as I mentioned before, the Passport. And please connect with me on Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn at Krista Escamilla. I would love to hear from you. And if there's a guest that you would love to see on our show, please let me know and I'll reach out to them. We want to thank all of our guests that did come on our show today. They are truly fantastic. We have the best community, and we hope that you will follow them and support them any way that you can. Well, that's it for today. We leave you with more great music. Remember, you make it a great day, and have a happy 4th of July.
Sometimes it's a mountain, sometimes it's a valley, sometimes it's a broken heart. To get through to me, but you show over, over, over. Sometimes it's a mountain, sometimes it's a valley, sometimes it's a broken heart. But I still believe, 'cause you show over, 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 over again. Yes, you show over, 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 over again. 'Cause you healed my body, you touched my mind. You never late, you're always on time. You healed my body, you touched my mind. You're never late, you're always on time. You show over, 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 over again. Yes, you show over, over, over and over, over, over again. Yeah. Come on, Ben. I love this part. You bless me over and over. You keep me over and over. You bless me over and over, over again. You bless me over and over. You keep me over and over. God, you keep on over and over, over again. Here we go. You bless me over and over. You keep me over and over. You bless me over and over, over again. Yes, you do. You bless me over and over. You keep me over and over. God, you keep on keeping me over again. Here we go, man. over, over, over.